What's up, ESD family? I hope God blessing you today. You know what? I know God blessing you today because you watch the ESD Gun Works channel. Now, 5 upgrades that I would do to a Glock or pretty much any firearm out there that you need. It'll be first, a flashlight. I have a Surefire X300 Turbo A. A is just the locking mechanism. You pull these pins back and slide the pin front, out, and in, or front and back. It depends on how your terminology is. Slides on there, on the rail, lock in, just like that. No unscrewing and screwing back, or whatever. But the second thing will be more rounds in a magazine. So extended base plates. All firearms out there should have some type of extended base plate from factory and or aftermarket. Glock has a lot of aftermarket help. So extended base plate, they give me 23 rounds in any 17 grip Glock. So it'd be 19X, 45, 17, 34, and I'm forgetting one, 47. So 23 rounds with a +5 base plate on the bottom. I'm gonna take these out, and yes, the firearm is clear. I know there's rounds in that magazine, but the firearm is clear. The next thing I'll be doing is a extended slide release. The reason why is when I'm on duty and say for instance, I get into a situation where it's a high stress situation and I'm in, I have to defend the client or anything of that sort. So I want to have this just to give me ease of mind to know that in a high stress situation, I don't have to think about, too much. So you just pull the trigger, slide comes off, and keep up with these Glock punches, keep up with them. Anything that come in your Glock box, keep up with it. So you use this punch to punch this out. I wish this punch was metal, but it's polymer to keep the cost down, I guess. But you use this punch this one pin out. On the Gen 4s, you got 2 pins. But on the Gen, see, this pin don't want to work. But on the Gen 5, you got 1 pin. This punch act like it don't want to work. So punch it all the way through, pull it out, your pin comes out. All you gotta do is lift up on these 2. It comes out. Make sure your trigger don't come out. So that's how you change out your slide release. If anyone has a Kickwork and didn't know how to do that, well, here's your video. Just slow it down. You put this in, the extended slide release first, then you put this part in, like so. Oh, I'm sorry. So you put this part in. This part should, well, it only goes in one way, but it should always face that way. And your slide release should be facing the opposite way. You just push this down in there. Grab the same pin you just punched out. Sometimes you gotta adjust the trigger a little bit, but you push that back in, use the punch, and make sure you hear a slight click, like so, boom, and put the slide back on. See how fast that was? It's easy. And the Kickwork slide release is about $65. Depending on, boom, you lift it up, down, boom, just like that. It doesn't mess with the trigger. It doesn't mess with the functionality of the firearm at all. The next thing that I would do, again for high stress situations, would be a magwell. I got this magwell secondhand and the flashlight secondhand. So I got the magwell, which is the Agency Arms magwell. I got this magwell in 4 stock Gen 5 magazines for about $120. This magwell is $120 on its own, so that's why I didn't mind paying that. I feel like that was a good deal, especially with Glock mags being so expensive. They're like $30 new, and on the used market they're about $20 depending on where you're getting them from. But so to put this magwell on, all you see here, all I did is just go on the front lip a little bit and then push on the back hard as you can. I'm gonna try to give y'all the best view I can, but you push this, make sure this is in almost all the way. You put your screw in, just sit it down in there until you feel some metal. You can start it with your fingers if you would like, but you can use just a little drill, a little bit right here. You can do a finger tight. I mean, it's not gonna come out, but put this in my handy dandy screwdriver. Screw it in. Boom, right? So it doesn't get in the way of my grip at all. My grip is fine. I like my grip like that. So next, I'll be taking out these Glock screws right here. If I can find the bit. Oh, the bit is already on here. So you take this off. Take this off. And this is the MOS version. So for anybody out there new to firearms, Glock does make an MOS version. If you didn't already know that, hey, don't beat me up in the comments. Some people don't know that. With aim point, so I have an aim point right here, aim point Acro P2 3.5 MOA dot. So it comes with a metal plate. Is beautiful. I love it. I have to take this off. I love it. It gives you the opportunity to have metal on metal instead of any type of polymer in there to knock your dot off, because your dot is, you know, very important, because it's going to be your primary point of aim. So it is. All right. So the reason why I went with an aim point instead of a Holosun, or instead of, you know, any of those other brands out there, is because it's tried and true. You know, military contracts. I also got this secondhand for about $400. So it's tried and true. You know, with military contracts and law enforcement, they know what they're doing. You know, so if you feel as if you want something that's tried and true out here, and that's gonna stand the test of time and can be thrown around, beaten up, you know, whatever, you take these opportunities to get the right things. And even if you buy a secondhand, that's really all that matters. I mean, it can't go wrong with that. So you push it down on there. It's gonna have an opening right here. Just put this back, you know. Easy peasy. Drops right in there. Use this. And if it's gonna live on your gun, put Loctite on it. Put blue Loctite for everybody in the back. Blue Loctite, not red, not any other situation where you can't get it off unless you beat it off. You know, pause. But here it is, just like that. It's on there. Now I need to go to the range and sight it in. But these are the upgrades that I would say are necessary. Some people will say, well, ESD, why don't you have suppressor height sights? I don't want nothing in that window but my dot. It's highly unlikely that this dot goes down. So, like I said, it's tried and true. It's been overseas in the war zones. It's been used in the US for law enforcement, and I'm just a security guard. I'm not even doing half of the beatings that they go through on a daily basis. I'm not even doing half of that. So, you know, I probably will upgrade the sights to some metal sights, probably the lower 1/3 suppressor height sights. And I'm thinking about testing out the Staccato HD magazines, which are the metal magazines instead of these polymer ones, and changing the polymer mag release to a metal mag release. So I might do those, a little bit of upgrades, and see how it runs. I will be dropping another video of the Glock 45 that I own, which is my competition firearm. But this is my duty gun. You guys let me know what you think. And, you know, like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm about to drop more bangers. Thank y'all. God bless y'all. Y'all have a great day.